This stone figure captures the dominant religious logic of the last 15 centuries. It starts the human story with a crime. We are taught to see ourselves as born broken, stained by the mistake of a distant ancestor, and inherently guilty from our first breath. Under this framework, earthly life functions as a grueling, punitive test of obedience. Every hardship feels like a curse, and every choice carries the weight of potential divine anger. This timeline represents the standard goal of the religious experience, enduring the earth phase to secure a favorable verdict. Success means escaping this ruined planet for a post-mortem heaven. Failure leads to final judgment. This perspective anchors our understanding of God and human purpose in a foundation of fear. For many today, this creates a significant friction. It asks us to believe in a creator who designs a rigged game where merely being born is the start of a punishment. This framework skips the actual first chapter. It begins the human story at the moment of failure, ignoring everything that came before. Returning to page 1 of Genesis allows us to trace a different sequence, one that defines human suffering and death as parts of a developmental journey. The 16th century Bible shows Genesis's original sequence. Before setting rules or boundaries, the Creator's first action is barak, to bless. This primary speech act is a blessing of expansion and creativity. Humanity is declared very good, our primary identity, preceding any mention of sin. Chapter 2 details the mechanics of human life, describing God breathing the nishmat haim, the breath of life, into physical clay. This defines humans as integrated beings, carrying the very breath of the Creator. We are divine participants, designed for expansion. Starting with this original blessing reclaims our core identity. We are students in a vast school of growth, not prisoners awaiting a sentence. If humanity is blessed from the start, we have to reevaluate the tree of knowledge. Why place a boundary in the middle of a perfect garden? This diagram shows the architecture of choice. For love to be genuine, the option to reject it must exist. The tree provides the boundary that makes free will possible. The text also redefines our view of labor. Genesis shows humans caring for the garden before the fall. Work is an original blessing. The sweat mentioned later in the text represents the environmental friction required to build strength. Growth requires resistance. The Hebrew word for the pain of labor and childbirth is the same, isabon. This connects human struggle directly to the act of bringing forth new life. Experience splits into two paths. Dark pain is the destructive, inward spiraling suffering of isolation. White pain, an expanding network, is the creative labor of growth. Genesis describes white pain, the friction of a soul learning to love. Eden was a curriculum for maturity. This perspective centers our daily lives on maturation. Earth is the environment where the divine fragment inside us grows towards its potential. Placing a stone into a mosaic reflects the active, present-tense nature of the kingdom of heaven. It is built piece by piece, today. When life is viewed as an ongoing process of growth, our understanding of death changes. It loses its status as a final judgment. This vibration and expansion represents a phase transition. Death functions as a natural migration of an evolved soul into the next dimension of reality. Within the framework of original blessing, death is a graduation to a new state of existence. The blessing at the start of Genesis is the foundation of the entire human story. The universe is intentionally designed to support our continuous spiritual expansion. Our struggles and our pain represent the beautifully designed mechanisms of our maturation.